Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Tosi. On here I do videos on self improvement, self development, and everything nice. And in case you've been here before, you already know you are welcome back, Mary G. I'm so happy to have you here once again. So guys, on today's chit chat video, I will be chit chatting with you guys about living with your parents, things that I do that make me enjoy living with my parents, and that's the clip you're going to be seeing that's going to be rolling now. In case you've not subscribed, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Right now, let's get into the video. Hi you guys, we are going to have a proper intro before this clip. Anyways, welcome to today's chit chat video. I was wrapping my head as always on what to talk about on today's chit chat video, because I know I always say that if you have topics, let me know, because I honestly don't know the things that I need to talk about and that I want to talk about sometimes. But today I thought to talk to you guys about living with your parent. We're going to have like a proper intro before this clip, right? So that it looks more professional, in my opinion. Now, I was getting my makeup done. I feel like my under eye is not giving the way I wanted to give, but you know what? We move. I was getting my makeup done halfway, and I thought, you know what? I could just continue the chit chat like this, right? Um, so I wanted to talk to you guys about what it means, not what it means, how I kind of maneuver staying with my parents. Now, I when I used to do like little clean my house, like little vlog on my Instagram, I'm not going to be doing that again. As long as my content career, content creation career is, I don't think I will. Let me not say that I won't do it again. Right? I used to get like DMs or just talking to someone randomly, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were staying alone," and I'm like, "No, I'm not staying alone. I'm just very privileged to have my own space, my room, and I just have that privilege to have my own space, which I now share with my sister, because she's done with school, NYC, and now she's working. But family before, family not before, family, it first used to be only me. Then we had like cousins staying with us. Then it was cousin, me and then it was my sister. So it's been most of the time like only me. If I live with eight other people. That consists of my parents, my sister, my cousin, my sisters, my cousin, my niece, my nephew. So we are quite a number. The only reason why you don't see them on my channel is because this channel or content creation that I chose is for me. I don't know if that make any sense, but I'm not the type to want to put my phone camera in my parents' face, in my sister's face, in my brother's face, like my niece and my nephew's faces. No, I'm not the type. Like I'm not just. I just feel like it is not what they want, and I don't need to force them to do that. This channel is for me. If along the line I have my own family, and maybe along the line my partner likes it, but it's not something that I feel like I want to put my family's face out there. It's not just something that I envisioned for my life at all, right? So that's why you don't see them in like my videos, and I don't vlog a lot of family occasions and stuff like that. I need to do my lip as I speak. I don't vlog a lot of family occasions, to be honest. I don't, because I just feel like it's for me. Do you understand? So I don't want to have anybody's face, even those that don't want to join and all that. So yeah, that's the reason why you see like majority of the time only me, and I have specific places that I film. I don't film in everywhere and anywhere, right? So just for context, I stay I have I stay with people, right? And another thing I think why people don't really know is maybe because I have my space, and also I tend to film and do certain things when everybody's like out on their business. Do you understand? You see how the house is quiet right now. It's just me and my sister and my cousin that's home. So there's not a lot of noise that will be able to say that, oh man, like my parents are the most beautiful people ever. They are not pressuring me for anything. I don't know how else to say it, but I don't have tiny percent of pressure, which I'm very grateful for. I'm very happy about, and I bless their hearts. Like there's no pressure from anywhere to do anything, to move out, to do anything. And I know that most people will be like, oh yeah, some people parents don't want you to move out. No, there are actually some parents that actually chase their children out of the house, right? But my parents bless their heart. Every single time I pray, when I pray for them that no, this is beautiful, right? And one of the things that I started to see, because when you watch a lot of videos online, you see a lot of people moving out and all that. I mean, you're a lady in your 30s and all that. Is I don't see living with my parents as a punishment. And I think that is where the mindset has to first of all shift. I think a lot of us are very, I'm thinking of using this. This is Rose by Moore. Yeah. I think a lot of people need to, I think that's where the shift has to come from. You have to shift your mind from the, oh, saying my parents is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. It's not, except from the fact that maybe your parents are, or the environment is toxic. But if it is not toxic, my darling, stay there. Oh. I don't know how else to say it. Stay there. I keep saying it all the time that I'm so blessed beyond words by staying with my parents. Like if they are not toxic, stay there. Oh. Our mind and social media has made it so easy for us to feel like, oh, if you are not living on your own, you what's the word now, you are not living life yet. It is beautiful to stay on your own. I've stayed on my own before when I was in school in Ekpe, and it was a beautiful time, a very beautiful time. I've stayed on my own because I had and I've had roommates, and I've stayed alone and I've had roommates. And I would highly recommend staying alone. I will highly, hey, my eyes saw Shege Banza. Shege Banza. Now, people can fight you not only physically, but also spiritually. That's all I'm going to say. Right? So, it is very important for you to know the reason why you want to stay alone, and not always seeing staying with your parents as a punishment, and not always seeing it as, oh, my life is not moving forward, right? It is where you are right now, so just see it as, oh, this is a privilege. Oh, I dey collect free food, free lights. Do you know how much lights cost now? Free food, free lights, free everything. Now that doesn't mean that you should be comfortable. Sometime last year I almost moved out, and I bet you the only reason why I didn't move was the fact that God was like, the Holy Spirit was like, it's not your time, right? Relax. I bet you that's one of the reasons why I didn't move. That's one of the reasons I did not move out of the house. And I like to always obey the Holy Spirit, because trust me, when you misalign with God, your eyes will see Ojo Abo, like your eyes will see before you now start to walk in line with God back. So I was just like, okay, no Allah, I'll chill. Right? Now that doesn't mean that maybe because my parents were, no. I just felt like it would be good for my business, right? That's my baking business. It would be good for it if I'm, where people can easily access. I'm easily accessible and all that, right? But if you cannot move, please stop saying staying at your parents' place as a bad thing. As long as the environment is healthy, keep your money, save your money, save. I don't know how to say it. Save your money, like save your money. As long as they're not chasing you, nothing is chasing you, my darling. stay there and save your money. Another thing that has really helped me by staying with my parents that I'm doing that just makes it like soft for me and all that is I tend to make some things personal to me. My room is the only place, not the only place. My room and my workshop is the only place in this whole house, right? That is painted white. Every other place has the normal old paint and design and that. My room is the only room that has white. Why? Because I tried to make it my space when I got here. Very down my video, right? Maybe like 2022 thereabouts. There's a video of when I moved in here. I painted the old place and all that. I made it mine. I made it when you come inside my room, you will notice it was here. You notice it's toasting space. Like there's a difference in my room with every other person's room. Do you understand? I tend to make my own space my own my I tend to make my own space, yes. I tend to make the space mine. So even if you have like a small portion to yourself, please and please tend to make it yours. If maybe you are sharing a room with your sister and you're sharing the same bed or something, if you have money, get your own bed, or you guys should dispose the bed that you have. If the room is big enough, get separate beds so that a corner of that room is for you. You understand? I tend to personalize certain things because I'm in my parents' place. I want some things to speak me. Do you understand? If I leave this house today and someone else comes in, right, they will understand and know that, oh, Tosin was here. Why? Because it's different, and that's what I do every time we move. I tend to just make the space feel like mine. There are a lot of things that are not making me do this place in the way that I want to be honest, and that's because it's a missionary house, and there are a lot of there are few changes that I can make because it's not our permanent house. So it's not my parents' house, so that's how it is for me. I buy plates for myself, only me use that plate, except for maybe my niece and my nephew. Sometimes they want to be naughty and I just allow them, they come to ask me and I allow them use it. Right? So my plates, my cups, the things that I do, like I tend to have carved out a place for myself. Do you understand? The upstairs parlor, I bought a good TV. I use it. I am the only one that really use it. If anybody else wants to go there, they just go sit for a while and they just leave. And it's mostly me. I am mostly there. If I don't subscribe, as I speak right now, the subscription is off, and I'm just getting to know that for my app. You can't. The TV is not on. Why? Because Tosin did not subscribe. Do you understand the point? So I have tried as much as possible to cover some things that actually sound like me, that it is me. So it's not like, oh, I'm just like in this house, but there's no your Bible says ikpa, and that is there's no mark or trace that I lived here, right? So I always tend to I made some things personal to myself. Like it just really gives me that sense of, okay, this one is my own. You get it? I outsource chores. Now, this is a big ass house. It's about a 5 bedroom duplex, if I'm not mistaken, right? Is a 4 bedroom that is used as a room, and the other one is used as my workshop. So it is big. There are two parlors. There's a reception. Like just for context, for you to know how big it is, right? So when we moved here, at the time I was the only one staying with my parents. Like I've been with them to pick a thing. I was the only one staying with my parents at the time. So the cleaning was like on me and everything. And it got to a point I was very drained and very exhausted. And I had a conversation with my mom that I can't keep doing this. I can't keep cleaning from up to down. Now it doesn't get dirty all the time, but you have to clean. I can't keep doing that. Like I just can't. Like I just couldn't keep up doing it every time. Like maybe 4 5 times, 3 to 4 times in a week. I just could not keep up. So I spoke to her. I was like, you know what? Let's get help. Let's get not help. Let's get someone that will come to clean 3 times a week, which was what we did. And I was like, I don't mind. I'll save up the money for it. So I outsource certain chores. So if you are staying with your parents and there's a lot of chores and all that, you are supposed to sweep the full compound. You have money to pay somebody to do it, do it. I don't know why we always feel like, oh, if you don't do certain things, then that means you're not a good woman or whatever. No, I can cook, I can clean, I can do whatever it is. But if I am to outsource certain things so that I can use that time to do other things on, so that I can save my strength, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do it. And this actually came out of like drain. I was drained. I was actually frustrated, and I was like, if I continue to do this, what will be left for my own family? Like when I have my children and have my own home, like what will be left? Like I would have done everything. And I we did outsource that. It was nice. Personally, I do not like, I feel like this earring is not popping out, but I think it's okay. Personally, I don't like to do laundry. So there was a machine before until it got bad, and when it got bad, I outsourced someone to help me to help me to do my laundry. So I don't do my laundry myself. That is just a way for me not to be feeling like staying with my parents is the worst thing that's ever happened to me and all that. Like those are just minor things that I feel like I like is really, really helping me. And I'm really happy that my mom actually allowed on that and all that. So now we have cleaners that come 3 times a week. This has been happening for more than 2 years, 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So there are people that does the cleaning, and I do like the cooking. And sometimes if I don't have strength to cook, because I kind of cook a lot. If you want to, like, I cook 3 times a day, almost every day, and let's just say 6 times in a week. And it can be draining if you understand what I mean, right? So aside from the cooking, and sometimes in the cooking, when I am tired or exhausted, I just mention it. I mention it to my mom. I'm like, I'm tired. Can someone do this? I can just tell my sister, you go and do this. Do you understand? So just always try as much as possible to relieve yourself from certain things that are going to make you start feeling like staying with them is like a very bad thing. And another thing is, find something to do while staying with your parents. Even if it's just working online, even if it's just find find something to do. Let it be known that you are doing something with your life when you're staying with your parents. It's not that they are just saying that you're just always at home, you're not doing anything, you're going to be more frustrated. Aside from the fact that they may not say it, you'll be more frustrated because you don't have anything that you're doing. So what is really also helping me is I have a lot I'm doing. See, before I sit down here and film videos, before I go by my business, before I come back, I literally have like maybe few hours to myself that I really just want to sleep. Do you understand my point? So have something that you're doing, have where maybe you are going and you come back, if is you don't have a job yet, go and look for that small job outside, or go and learn something that will actually be taking you out and bringing you in, or something that you are putting your focus on. If it's content, sit down and be creating content. Like, I know that parents might not get it, but just if they see that you're doing these things over and over and over and over time, they will actually be, what's it called now? They'll be used to the fact that that's what you do. Do you understand? So some of the time, certain things happen. It's because I look feel it is because your parents kind of see that you're not doing anything. So they just like, you're not coco doing anything. Do you get the point? So find something doing with yourself. And another thing that I do to stay with my parents that I feel like is helping me, but I think it's because of my personality, is I go out and I try to always come back on time. Now, knowing me is knowing that this was something that I had to like tell myself to do. Before now, I would go out and come back pretty late, and aside from the fact that okay, I'm staying very far. Now, this is not a going out every day time. Maybe I want to hang out with my friends and all that, and I go out and come back late, right? First of all, I wanted to start like beef between me and my mom, but I could understand her plight. It was because of security. Like, why wasn't I taking my security seriously, right? My safety seriously. So I tend to just go out and come back on time. If I'm not coming back, I would just say, okay, this is gonna take a couple of time for me to get back. Instead of coming all the way, I'll just sleep over. I'll just mention it and I'm good to go. Like, good to go. Because at the back of my mind, I always tell myself, this is just a phase. It will pass. And I think that's something that a lot of people need to understand. Staying with your parents is just a phase. It will pass. It can't be forever. Do you understand? It's going to pass. It's either you end up going to stay by yourself or you end up getting married or whatever it might be. But it's a phase, it's going to pass. And I told myself that day, I said, I'm going to chill for this space. It will pass. Do you understand my point? So I just really just do everything like, okay, if I'm going out max by 10 to thereabouts, I should be back home. And I, to be honest, because I really don't go out, I can be at home for about a week and not see outside of our gates. Seriously, like I can just be for a week and not go anywhere and not see the outside of our gates for like a week, right? So I've done a week, 2 weeks, not intentionally, but because I don't have anywhere to go. I'm not really going out type of person. So I didn't really have problem or I don't really have problem with that. But if you know you're the going out type of person, mention it. You're going somewhere, you're gonna sleep over, let them know where you're sleeping. Like I just feel like there are certain things that are just communication and they're just parents being very protective, overprotect. They might not know how to go about that being protective. They might just want to go off board, but they're just being protective, And I just look if you like, you see that freedom that you're looking for, you're gonna get it with time. And that's just what I feel. You're just going to get it with time. That's just what I feel. And I know that many people are like, oh, when you stay with your parents, you don't have sense of responsibility. So for this aspect, the sense of responsibility I have, I don't pay NEPA bills, I don't buy the food in the house or whatever it might be. But sense of responsibility that I do is that I pay for things for myself. No, so I don't bank on my parents. Again, I have what I'm doing. I don't bank on my parents for certain things. I don't bank on them for a lot of things, right? So I pay my own bills myself. So I have a bit of sense of responsibility, aside from the fact that I don't pay rent and I don't pay NEPA bill. And those are responsibilities that I've had when I was in school, and there was a time I stayed with my brothers, right? And yeah, so I've had those sense of responsibility those time. And over here, sometimes I buy water in the house. Sometimes, not every time, but sometimes I buy water, and not every time because by the time I know that that one is the one I bought the last time is finished, my dad or my sister or another person has bought water. But I try as much as possible to just buy things like water, whatever it is. Okay, we don't have this. Okay, buy it. The plate rack we're using our kitchen today is me that bought it, and I that was because I just saw that we didn't have a solid plate rack, and I just tend to always like buy this thing, buy this thing. You get, so that's like another sense of responsibility that I just do, and every other thing I pay things for myself and all that. I just feel like everything is just mindset. So yeah, I didn't want this video to be this long, but it's actually long, and I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. Again, don't always see, as long as you are in a good environment, don't always see it as a punishment. Stay with your parents. It's a phase, it's a pass. I say this all the time. In fact, I tell my sister too. It's a phase, it's going to pass. Like it might look like it's the longest phase, but stay with your parents is just for a while. It's going to pass. And another thing is that your parents are not going to live forever. Even you are not going to live forever, right? But obviously your parents will, get old and maybe be gone before and be gone before you. That's like every parent's prayer, right? And I just feel like spend more time with them. This couple of years that I've spent closely with my mom and my parents generally and my siblings and all that, I can't trade it for anything in the world. I cannot trade it for anything in the world. I have a couple of my siblings that are not in the house, but there was a time that we were all in a close proximity, like in during COVID and all that, it was a beautiful time. I don't treat for anything in the world. So there's going to be that time where everybody's and right now everybody's independent. It's only my sister that is here, my sisters, and every other person is like really on their own. So the time is going to come where you're actually not going to have the time to spend more time with your parents. And another thing is your parents are getting old. So, this few time you have with them, just really enjoy it. Stop looking at it like a suffering, and just enjoy it. Yeah. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Please subscribe if you're not, like this video, comment, do all the whole shenanigans that will help YouTube to push my video out. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye y'all.